World's AI CEO, Mustafa Suleyman, is predicting most white-collar tasks could be automated within 12 to 18 months. He says that the shift is already visible in software engineering, as AI has already transformed the work by driving the next generation of robotics across industry and across defense. Humanoid robots emerging as the future of warfare, the U.S. accelerating AI integration into combat operations. San Francisco-based Foundation Future Industries is developing humanoid robots built specifically for military use. The company is also scaling commercial deployment across the country. In manufacturing, including in the auto sector. Joining me now is Foundation Future Industries CEO, Sanket Pathak. Sanket, great to have you this morning. Thank you so much for being here. First, let me get your reaction to what you heard from the Microsoft AI CEO, that all those jobs are turning to automation. You also have the CEO of Anthropic, Dario, who also made a similar comment. He said, and he's probably like the most safety-focused CEO in the AI industry. He says AI will eliminate 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs within 1 to 5 years. Your reaction?
First, great to be with you, Maria. And I actually agree with him. It seems like increasingly more and more any kind of work that humans do today that is repetitive, anything that does not require high amounts of intellectual skill set, or even things that require high amounts of intellectual skill set but can be learned with a lot of data, all of those jobs are potentially going away, and all of them would be automated with humanoids or other forms of robots.
Well, this is a big statement. What are we supposed to do about that? How can people arm themselves with the right information to actually survive and potentially thrive in this new era?
I mean, this is, Maria, I think this is as close to the singularity as we can be. Like, I personally struggle with this question a whole lot as well. I don't think there's a way to stop all of the AI development unless everybody decides to stop at the same time. China would not decide to stop. US, for that reason, would not decide to stop. So this is an inevitable shift in how our economy is going to work and how humanity is going to work. And it's quite a hard question. Like, I do not know what the purpose or the day-to-day of human history looks like. I am, however, optimistic. I think what's going to happen is, historically, we haven't really gotten rid of slavery. We've just changed that to a financial incentive. So now people are forced to work jobs that they don't like doing and do that for very minimal wage and cannot buy a house, barely can afford healthcare, barely can afford education. AI has the potential of changing all of that. It has the potential of being able to give everybody good housing, everybody good healthcare, everybody good education. And for the first time in the history of humanity, people can actually do things they enjoy doing. So that's the optimistic side of it. I do, however, worry what this means in the short term, because in the short term, it's going to be a very disruptive change. Elon's called this, I think, a supersonic tsunami, which is probably the right thing. This is going to be an extremely disruptive change. And I think the governments are going to struggle to keep up. But I do think there's a path ahead where the future is quite exciting for humanity. And that's the one that we're striving for.
Okay, so let's talk about your business, because Foundation striking a U.S. brokered agreement with Ukraine to deploy humanoid robots for surveillance, logistics, and other high-risk operations. These 5'9" Phantom units capable of carrying more than 40 pounds, designed to operate in dangerous environments. That's the kind of robot I like to see, because you would rather put a machine into harm's way than an individual. Sanket, tell us more about this collaboration and what's possible when you look at AI related to the military.
I think, Maria, this is one of the areas I feel like humanoids will have one of the most profound effects. There are 3 big use cases that we're looking at, not only with Ukraine, but also with the Department of War within the US. The first use case is just logistics work, so being able to move things around, supply pickup. Now in Ukraine, what happens is when soldiers leave a building to go and do supply pickup, there are drones that shoot at them. So it's better to send human soldiers, it's better to send humanoids out versus human soldiers. because they can essentially do these tasks just fine. And if they get shot, there's less of a concern. The second kind of task that we've been asked to do is around pretty much inspection, repair, maintenance. So that is also not a weaponized task, but a task that is all the logistics work that happens behind the scenes. And the third one is that actually impacts soldiers in a big way is reconnaissance, being able to go into buildings and breach doors and actually surveil that building, make sure it's safe for soldiers to be in. And that's going to be increasingly the future of warfare, which is more and more robots. What people don't realize is we already have, compared to the Iraq War and now, we have significantly more amount of robots on the battlefield. Most of them are airborne. Some of them are landborne, but majority of them are airborne. And humanoids give you the ability to be able to become a little bit more precise about tactical things. For instance, if a target's in a building, instead of bombing the building, you can actually go through the building, navigate it, and get to the target, which today human soldiers do. And we are more and more hopeful that humanoids and robots are going to do that.
That is so exciting, Sanket. And I know, well, look, you're a government contractor, right? You're working with the Department of War on dual-use humanoid robots designed to support warfighters and strengthen the defense industrial base. What's possible here, Sanket? With the Trump administration involved in onboarding this process, how do you see that partnership accelerating? And can that kind of robotics give America an edge, even a bigger edge, when it comes to the military and military AI?
So first thing, Maria, I do want to commend the administration for being very forward-thinking in this regard. From Pete Hegseth to the president, everybody is very focused on reducing procurement and really holding defense contractors accountable, which is like common sense business that has not happened so far. What is that enabling companies like us to do is build products that are competitive, that can undercut on price and capability to the traditional primes and be able to offer that to the Department of War. And we're very excited about it. Like that's generally, I think, going to be one of the biggest game changers, will enable a lot more modern technology to be integrated into Department of War. I think the general principle that I believe the president's whole foreign policy, kind of like majority of his foreign policy is based around, is a peace through strength. And I don't think people would want to mess with America if America has hundreds of thousands of humanoids and just robots ready to be deployed. And I think that is... Sorry, Mary, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
That is probably the single biggest accelerant of peace in our time. Like, I think, so that's the piece we're most excited about. We think in a paradoxical way, more humanoids in the military means there's more peace around the world.
Yeah, I know. I love it. But isn't China trying to do the same thing? By the way, Sanket, do you have a robot behind you, walking behind you right now?
I do. The robot comes in and out.
Can we see that robot? Can we see that robot?
Yeah, please. We will bring the robot back into the frame.
It's just walking back and forth behind you. I saw it a minute ago. There he is. What is that robot doing right now? Oh, hello.
So this is Phantom, our robot. This is the autonomous machine that works in factories and warehouses. We've helped build over 20,000 cars last year, and also works with Department of War. What we're doing behind this right now is we're just testing its new AI policy, which enables the robot to autonomously walk and move itself, including its upper body. So that's what you're seeing behind us.
And you're saying that humanoid robot behind you helped build thousands of cars?
Last year, these robots helped build about 20,000 cars in U.S. factories.
Wow.
So I love how they glanced over the displacement of white-collar work and went straight to, well, hey, here's the defense. We're building robots to defend our country now. You know, the bigger thing is AI is going to take over and displace almost every form of worker. Doesn't matter if you're blue collar or white collar. That's my belief. Within 1 year, absolutely. I mean, you guys can take it how you want, YouTube family. But for sure, the signs are already there. I know a few people myself where they were terminated due to their software engineers, and they're no longer needed because AI is doing their job for them, creating code and making it better every day. So I don't know what to say, but you guys have a good day.